Access Fort Wayne offers reflections of our community. Production facilities provided by Access Fort Wayne are a service of the Allen County Public Library. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting organizations. For more information about creating your own television program with Access Fort Wayne, call 421-1250.
Hello, and welcome to our show, The American Veteran. I'm Dale Parrish, your host. Carl Fowler is co-host. Also with us this morning, or also with us is Ron Ball. He'll be on our future show. Our guest today is Ed Klotz, a Marine Corps veteran. He got in on the tail end of the Vietnam War. Welcome to the show, Ed.
Thank you. It's nice
when did you join the Marines?
Joined in '72. I was 17 years old, and I had a delay program at the time, and so I was still in high school. And then later on, I went into active duty.
Yeah. Did your parents have to sign for you at 17? Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you take your basic at?
Out in Camp Pendleton in San Diego.
Okay. What is it, 16 weeks or?
It was supposed to be 9 weeks. It ended up being quite a bit more because I had actually got injured in boot camp and went home for a while because my dad was sick, and then he ended up passing away when I was in boot camp, so I went home for a few days for the funeral.
Yeah. Where'd you go first where'd they send you first?
First I went to artillery school, and then I shipped out to Okinawa.
What size artillery did you have?
I was in 105s when I was overseas, and then when I came home I went to Camp Lejeune and was in the 175 self-propelled.
I saw a picture a while ago,
Yeah.
What'd you ask, Carl?
I was saying that was quite a step from a howitzer up to
Yeah, that was
a bigger gun.
the self-propelled were kind of fun because I actually got to drive those, and you could just run over small trees, 4-inch trees, get in the way, you just run them over.
Yeah. You got some pictures there of those?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, we'll get to those a little later.
Oh, okay.
That's a picture of the 175 self-propelled. Had like I believe it was 30-foot barrel. It was a long barrel.
Well, it shoot quite a range.
Quite a 20-mile range, I'll bet.
Yeah, that was an interesting piece of artillery.
Well, imagine was that atomic capabilities?
I'm not sure on that.
I know the Army had some that was big that were atomic. Okay. Now, what was this one?
That was my primary, the 105 howitzer.
You was on the gun crew?
Yeah. Yeah.
You set them up, take them down, and so forth.
Oh yeah.
Get them ready.
Set the fuses. Towards the end, I was actually the commander of one. So, yeah.
Okay.
How many 105s did they have in a battery?
I believe there was 6.
6? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah. Probably 4. Well, I don't know. How about the self-propelled?
That I don't remember.
Yeah.
My mind is.
Did they operate as a group, or was they just?
No, that we went out as a group too.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That 105 is called the howitzer, right?
Yes.
So that was basically used against troops?
It was about anything.
All purpose, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty much all purpose.
Now this larger self-propelled you said was what?
That was a 175.
175. Now that you would use probably against structures?
Yeah, that one I was stateside, so we didn't really,
Fire it that much?
blow it up, things up too much with that.
Yeah.
Probably used aerial observers
Yeah, that
for those.
175 would be capable of blowing up bunkers and everything that way.
Bridges.
Yeah. Buildings, what have you. So those are quite big guns.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't recall any of these being overseas.
Now, like I said, that was a stateside assignment, the 175 self-propelled at Camp Lejeune.
Sure, okay.
Those projectiles would be about 7-inch.
Yeah, those were loaded mechanically.
Yeah,
The
I'm
105s, those were loaded
manually. Yeah.
Yeah, the projectile and the powder was separate from the 175s, wasn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
but it was slammed in with like a
Rod,
chain,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, okay.
like a conveyor belt.
where
running,
the 105s you actually lifted and pushed it in with your hand and then shut the breech.
Yeah. I was with the 8-inch, and they was manually
Yeah.
loaded.
The 8-inch was manually loaded.
Yeah. Back then, back in the olden days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, either way, there was quite a bit of involvement on the person's,
Oh yeah.
not only just loading the shells, but aiming the weapon and everything else. Calibrating,
I can remember on
calibrating distances and that.
Yeah, the 105 we had somebody got the fuse set wrong, and it actually blew up. I'll bet it wasn't 40. Seemed like 40 feet, and I mean, that was a nasty mistake.
Throw shrapnel everywhere.
Yeah, we got ceasefire real quick on that one.
So on Okinawa, then you used the 105s?
The 105s, yeah. When I was overseas, that's what I was on, the 105s.
So you was guarding a perimeter, more or less, or what?
We were actually on standby for the pullout of Hanoi, and I was over
sure.
there in '73, but the pullout didn't happen until '75.
Oh, okay.
I spent a lot of my time aboard ship on a LSD, the USS Duluth, and a LST, which was the USS Frederick.
That these.
Yeah, that's the LST. You could, as you can see, you could go right up on shore, and the big ramp would drop out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the LSD.
Well, it shows here that it's being loaded.
Yeah. The nose would open, the doors, and then there'd be a ramp that drops down. And then on the LSD, they would actually sink it a little bit and open a back door, and then you'd bring in the boats that had the equipment on them.
Okay.
How long would it take to pump that out then again? To
That I don't.
hours and hours, or
Probably it wasn't very long, because I can remember one time we were out in the ocean and they actually sunk it, closed the door, and we got to go swimming in there for a while when it was real hot. That was our recreational time. And
So-
then they just pumped it out. I don't really know how long it took to pump it out.
yeah.
Swim in salt water then?
Yeah, it was just, it was refreshing. It's better than jumping. You couldn't jump overboard ship and go swimming. So that's
Yeah,
They
so at
just-
least you didn't have any sharks to worry
Yeah.
about, right?
yeah, it was fun. That stuck in my mind for a long time.
You want to explain that? What
That was just a dud mortar that we found.
just sticking in the ground there, huh?
Yeah.
Naturally, you run right over and pulled it up.
A lot of the yeah.
See if it's taking root.
There's a lot of people that would get blown up because they'd mess with those.
Yeah, generally you roped them off or something and marked
Yeah.
them and let a
Yeah.
demolition crew come after them, right?
Right.
Okay.
I suppose they're still finding them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have a picture here of you and somebody.
We went on the Philippines for R&R, and I got to know the Philippine Marines, especially this gentleman here, pretty well.
Mhm.
He actually gave me one of his caps. We traded caps.
I
I
see.
gave him my cover, and he gave me a Filipino Marine cap.
Okay. Fatigue cap. I
Yeah.
think that's what he's got on. I think that's what you got.
Well, I have
Yeah.
my fatigue. They had I call it a piss cover,
Yeah.
similar to what you
What
guys
we're
have.
wearing here, yeah. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you was on standby, you was on ship all this time?
Yeah, we
Okay.
would go ashore once in a while and do like practice firings and
Yeah.
play war.
Get to know your territory, right?
Yeah.
Your targets, and
Yeah.
so forth.
Yeah.
Okay. On board ship, I suppose, would be a little better than being on ground anyways. Ground, you'd be in a tent, right?
Well, we got into some typhoons that weren't real pleasant. I was telling Dale that on that LST, that beam that goes up and across is like 30 feet high from the water, and the
You look up and
waves
see
were
water
busting
coming
over
the top.
yeah, breaking over that. We
Mm-hmm.
pretty much stayed in bed sick for the duration of the typhoons. Even some of the Navy guys were getting sick, so I didn't feel so bad.
I'll bet.
Sure. Okay. The ship was stationed there then. I'm concerned about supplies, food, stuff this way, water, and
I don't know all the details. That's probably why we went into Subic Bay to
okay,
replenish.
Philippines, sure.
Yeah,
Okay, was that Subic Bay? It was right there towards Manila.
yeah,
Yeah, like a big Navy base there, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you was on standby to go in and protect our people in Saigon,
Yeah,
or what?
on the fall when
Yeah,
things
the final pull out there.
pull out.
Yeah,
Like I said, that didn't happen. I was over there in -- That didn't happen until '75.
yeah. You was gone by then, or?
Yeah,
You-
I was home,
Yeah.
relaxing.
I'm glad of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, when you was in the islands there, you got to see some of the World War II damage and so forth.
Yeah, when I was on Okinawa, our main base was Okinawa. That's what we shipped out of, and I got to go on some trips or whatever you want to call
Tours.
it, tours of like Suicide Hill, and I got to see some of the caves where the Japanese went in, and hid and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. There's still like bullet holes,
Sure.
that you could see where we went in, and
That stuff's going to be there a long time, isn't it?
oh yeah, yeah,
Well, that was a pretty rough battle right there during World War II.
yeah,
Uh,
yep,
All
We
the
lost-
tunnels.
we lost lots of men on that
Yeah,
island.
they did. Yeah.
Uh,
Was the tunnels open yet? Some of them, or
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
they?
yeah.
did you visit the military graveyard on Okinawa?
No,
The what?
Military graveyard on Okinawa. Okay.
Yeah.
My father actually served in Okinawa during
Oh,
World War
did he?
II.
During World War II.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Did he make it home okay?
well, he made it home. I won't say he made it home okay, but he made it home. So,
And that's important.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
when you're training here in the States, was you using live ammunition there? Fire 105s?
Oh yeah, yeah,
You did.
yeah. They showed us. We actually did some direct fire
Mm-hmm.
on, like Jeeps and
Okay, so you had
old
real
equipment.
targets to shoot
Oh
at.
yeah, yeah. We shot real rounds.
Now, the reason I asked that question is during the Korean War, when I went in, we had dry fire. We didn't use it because it was all going to Korea. All the good stuff, ammunition and everything, was going to Korea. And we didn't get to fire hardly anything. Bazookas, we could put them to the shoulder and aim them somewhere this way, but we never fired.
Yeah, everything.
So you got acquainted with a weapon, but you never fired. Even
You learned how to clean them, and
oh yeah, great. That was drilled home.
Yeah, when in training we did everything with like live grenades and claymore mines. They
Yeah.
showed us, the destruction that claymore will do,
Sure.
all that. So everything was live fire.
The claymore threw shrapnel, didn't it? It
Yeah.
was used against troops.
Yeah.
Okay.
what in Marine training? What do they call that? It's real the toughest part. What the heck do they call that?
Probably shouldn't say it on TV.
No,
There was a mountain that we had to climb
Shirabachi, or whatever it is. Shirabachi.
that
There's-
with full packs and stuff. That was one of the hardest things that we did.
That's
Just
that's what I'm referring to. I think I forget what they call it. I'm sure it isn't what you're thinking.
Like
Sure.
I said, what we called it, you don't want to say on TV.
Shirabachi, I think, was Iwo Jima.
yeah, I believe so.
That was Iwo Jima, my mistake.
I thought he was talking about boot camp.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I guess if you don't make it, you try again.
Yeah. There was actually, we had people that were trying to commit suicide to get out of basic training and boot camp. So it wasn't the most pleasant
Yeah.
thing. It
Yeah.
was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I wish I could think of what they called it.
Yeah. Whenever I came up against an obstacle in the military, whether it was physical or anything this way, I always told myself, thousands of guys have done this before me,
Yep.
If
If
they
they can
can-
do it, so can I.
Exactly. If they can do it, I can do it. And that tended to get me through some of the things, the 20-mile hikes, for instance, where guys
Yeah.
would faint or drop out. So I kept plugging along.
That was one
And,
one thing that I'm sure all the military tries to teach you, and especially I'm sentimental with the Marine Corps, but that it did teach that you can do
can
what you don't
accomplish.
think you can do.
Right.
I've done a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think you'd be able to do, but you just do it because that's
Yeah.
part of your training. And even my father taught me that you do a job, you do it right, or you don't do it. So, and he was in the Army. He was actually a DI part of the time.
Was
but
he?
He was over in Germany. He was a tank retriever. He Bronze Star. I think he had 2 or 3 Bronze Stars.
Really? Great.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Crucible. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah,
The crucible.
that was. They didn't have that when I was in. They do now, but
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
that's came later.
Yeah. When did you get out of service?
74.
74. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go back home then and
Yeah, went home, went to work. There was a little bit of unemployment back then. It was
Yeah.
a struggle to find solid work for a while, but then things got better.
Yeah. It's about the way it was when we got out too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anybody that had a job, they took you back, but they
Yeah.
didn't have to keep you. You know,
Yeah.
keep you for a while and then lay you off.
And they didn't have to give you the exact same position that you had either.
No, just a job.
Just take and put you on the payroll,
Yeah.
give you dirty work, so to speak. And either you liked it and did it, or you gave up and went someplace else. You know, you're still in the inactive reserve. Is that it?
No.
What
No.
what ties do you have to the military now?
Well, I belong to the Legion, the VFW, the DAV, Patriot Guard Riders, Legion Riders. I'm
Okay.
the Honor Guard commander at Post 330.
New Haven?
Yes.
Okay,
That's good. Yeah.
sure.
I think the Honor Guard is. What do you want to say? It's a good thing to do.
Well,
Honor these.
we remember the ones that
Yeah.
aren't with us today. It's like he's wearing a patch over there, POW MIA.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think for all of us military, ex-military guys, we have to look at the ones that were involved in that POW MIA and honor them. And I think that's why we're dressed like we are, because the ones that really sacrificed more so than what we did, and we have to honor them, appreciate them, love them.
You're in chapter 40 of the DAV.
Yes.
Yeah. I was out there one time. There was quite a few members there.
Yeah, we
for
have.
their monthly meeting.
Yeah, we have a good group of
Yeah.
people that come out and support the chapter. And
Yeah. Matt Plum still there?
yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Good. We had him on the program.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good guy.
We have so many show up at our
Pardon?
meetings that I don't even recognize him. I'm also in the DAV Post 40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
was
I don't
just-
make the meetings as much as I can because they fall on the Saturdays. But
Yeah. We just had our meeting. It's always the first Saturday of the month.
I think I didn't make that one because I had a burial. That seems to be the biggest thing that I miss, because being on the Honor Guard, a lot of burials happen on Saturdays. And so I don't make as many meetings with the DAV, but I belong to Post 40.
Mm-hmm.
Our group, we used to have one on our guard.
Yeah,
And
those days seem to be gone now. We belong to 82. Legion had an honor guard that I belonged to. 82 sort of went bankrupt, and they shipped all the rifles back. So that sort of killed that. Our Korean War veterans, we have an honor guard, and we don't do many burials except for our own. And we do have a ceremony coming up on
Memorial Day, or Memorial Weekend. Yeah.
Memorial Weekend. We're going to have it on Saturday out at the Veterans Memorial Shrine on O'Day Road. And we put on a little ceremony out there, fire the rifles, fold the flag.
It's kind of unfortunate. I've been in the color guard, honor guard since '76, and to get people to help bury our dead is getting to be really hard.
It is.
As you guys
It
know,
is.
our average age in our honor guard is probably this is a kind of a guess, but probably 75 years old.
Wow.
I'm the youngest. And it's just, it's
Hard.
hard. I know 241 has a really good honor guard and quite a few guys in your group.
Yeah, but our honor guard's the same way. 68 to 80 is how the age group. I'm the youngest on ours also. And there's probably 5 of us, maybe 6 of us that are under age 60. So the bulk of them are gentlemen who are 68 to 80 years of age. And when they all decide they've had enough, I'm not sure we can ever replace when they leave. So
Yeah.
it's
Younger veterans don't seem to be too interested in Legion or.
Military organizations.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand that either, because what we've done, I mean, World War II veterans got their heyday, the ticker tape parade, and Korea and Vietnam's kind of been put to the wayside. I don't know how you guys feel. I feel that we didn't get our due.
No.
But
We didn't
the
either.
Iraqi and
We didn't either.
Afghanistan veterans and stuff, I mean, we've done so much to make them feel welcomed and appreciated. And I don't have one, well, no, I don't, I can say I don't have one Iraqi or Afghanistan veteran in my organization, the Honor Guard. And that's sad.
It makes you wonder what organization they're going to join or start up or anything. Now, we appreciate the Patriot Guard, and they're doing a good thing, so this way. But I often wonder if maybe lots of them are Legion members and so forth. I don't know. But the feeling was that maybe if they wore a uniform or something this way, they'd be a little more appreciated.
Yeah, the Patriot Guard riders do a lot
They
for
do.
veterans, KIAs,
Yes.
everything. I've been a member. I was one of the first, probably I think there was maybe 5,000 when I first joined the Patriot Guard
nationwide.
rider. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
and the first KIAs of Indiana, I was there standing guard, and when they had the protesters and stuff from that church,
Sure.
had to deal with that.
Yeah, I
And
still don't understand that.
I
just
yeah,
cannot.
yeah, me neither.
Well, we honor the military people, and they've done so much for our country, to keep it free. And as the sign back here says, freedom is not free, it's paid for, and our military is the ones that pay that price. And you've got to honor that. There's no way around it. So,
What's the saying? When you join the military, you're signing a blank check to the government for everything up including your life. So.
Actually, I don't know whether you guys had the same setup I did, but I was drafted into the military, and when I went in, I was told that I lost my citizenship. I became a ward of the United States government.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we got to close. Ed, appreciate you being here as our guest. So
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your service.
yeah,
Thank you for
too.
your service.
We'll be talking to you later.
Okay.
Hope you
Thank you,
enjoyed the
gentlemen.
program. We're on every Friday night, 7 p.m. If you see a veteran or someone in uniform, just walk up to them, shake their hand, and thank them for their service. Thank you and good night.